Hello everyone, my name is Ling Shu. I am a PhD student at University of California, San Francisco. Today I'm going to share about my study regarding factors associated with symptoms of depression and perceived stress among undergraduate nursing students. So what's the purpose of this video? This video is to see if you're interested in taking part in a research study. A research study is a planned project done to learn more about the topic. Taking part in research is completely voluntary and you don't want to take part, there will be no penalties and you will not lose your current benefits. The principal investigator or another members of the team will explain the study to you. Please ask questions and take your time deciding if you wanted to be in the study. You can talk with your healthcare team, your family, and friends before deciding. So why this study is being done? This study is being done to learn about stress, depressions, and contributing social and health risk factors among undergraduate nursing students. How long would I be in this study? Participation in this study will take a total about 10 to 15 minutes. You will be asked to complete a total of 64 questions. What are the risks and discomfort most severe and common? Possible risk and discomfort of the studies that are most common and severe are feeling tired while filling out the self-reported questionnaires. Questionnaires ask about sensitive topics. This includes thoughts of suicide or self-harm, any substance use, including marijuana, cocaine, heroin, and or opioids pain relievers. There is a potential risk of social or legal consequences in the event of a breach of privacy or confidentiality. For example, if the information about substance use was disclosed, you could face legal repercussions and the stigma. All your identifiable information will be stored separately from the survey responses, and only authorized people, that is, the study coordinator, which is me, and the PI, can access to it. Your identifiable data, including emails and names, will be destroyed after data analysis. Are there benefits to taking part in the studies? There will be no direct benefits to you from participating in the study. The information learned from the study will help others in the future. What are my other options if I don't want to take part in studies? You may not be able to take part, you may be able to take part in another study if one is available. How many people will take part in these studies? About 150 people will take part in this study at University of Nevada, Las Vegas School of Nursing and San Jose State University School of Nursing. Who is paying for this study? This study is being paid by the University of California, San Francisco School of Nursing PhD Dietitian Support Award. Do any UCSF researchers of the studies have financial interests that I should know of? No. You will be asked to complete a questionnaire that will ask you social demographic information, interpersonal stressors, environmental stressors, health behaviors, and substance use questions that will collect whether you have used substance, including marijuana, cocaine, heroin, or opioid pain relievers. We will also collect your stress and depression levels. Where do the procedures will be happened? The study will be done through an online Quadric links. Quadric is an online survey tool that allows people to create, send out, and analyze surveys to collect information. Please note that the PI and Dr. Cherry Leon and the study coordinator are mandatory reporters. This means PI and the study coordinator are required to report any physical, sexual, or financial abuse and any suspect of negligence, knowledge of incidents, or risk of self-harm. These studies will collect information on symptoms of depression, stress, suicidal ideations, and substance use. Any response indicated suicidal ideations, including thoughts of self-harm or risk of self-harm and abuse, will trigger mandatory reporting. If you're experiencing suicidal ideations and/or depressions, either moderate and above, the following actions will be taken to ensure your safety and well-being. An automatic alert system will be implemented in the Quadric and will be immediately notify the PI, Dr. Cherry Leon, and the study coordinator, Ling Shu, if your response in the survey indicate that you have thoughts of suicide, self-harm, or may have symptoms of moderate depressions and above. Dr. Cherry Leon will reach out to you and will conduct a risk assessment and develop a safety plan with you within 12 hours. The safety plan will include identifying warning signs, coping strategies, supported people, help resources, and crisis contact. And within the first 12 hours of notification, the study coordinator will also notify the student counseling and psychological services. Referral to the certified community behavioral health centers will also be offered. The student counseling and psychological services will reach out to you and provide immediate telehealth or in-person counseling available. If necessary, they will facilitate in-person crisis interventions or hospitalization. The PI and the study coordinator will schedule and follow-up meetings within 1 week to assess safeties and mental health. Ongoing therapy, support group, and follow-up with primary or mental health care providers will be encouraged. Will I be paid if I take part in the studies? You will not be you will not be paid for taking part in the studies. However, in returns of your time and effort, you can enter a drawing to win $50 e-gift card at the end of the data collection period. 20 participants will be selected to win the drawing. The drawing procedures are listed as follows. If you're contacted about the study, you will have the opportunity to enter the drawing, regardless of whether you decide to participate in the study. This includes if you're invited to participate but decline, if you did not meet the eligibility requirements for the study, if you're enrolled in a study but later withdraw, or was withdrawn by the researcher. At the beginning of the eligibility questionnaire, a link was provided to you if you wanted to enter the drawing. You can also contact the study team if you're interested in the being entered into the drawing. Additionally, a question will be presented at the start of the questionnaire asking, do you want to enter a drawing for a chance to win a $50 e-gift card? If you select yes, you will be directed to a separate brief drawing entry form. This form will collect your email address to notify the result of the drawing. The information given in this form will not be linked to any questionnaire answered if you go on to take part in the study. For a drawing, the odds of winning a prize depends on how many people are entered into the drawing. Since we do not know how many people will participate in this study-related drawing, we cannot predict the odds of winning a prize. The drawing will take place after the conclusions of data collections. If you win the drawing, you will be notified via email or text messages within 2 weeks after drawing is conducted. Will I be reimbursed for expenses if I take part in the study? The study does not involve any expense to research participants. How will my information be used? Researchers will use your information to do these studies. Once the study is done, we may use your information for other research studies in the future. We may share it with other researchers to be used in their studies. We will not share your name or other information that could identify you. We cannot promise that this will prevent future researchers from figuring out who you are, but we will not ask you for additional permission to share this de-identified information. How will information about me kept confidential? If you take part in the study, there may be some loss of privacy. We will do our best to make sure information about you is kept confidential, but we cannot guarantee total privacy. Your personal information may be given out if required by law. If information from the study is published or presented at scientific meetings, your name and other personal information will not be used. Who may review my research information? Representatives of the University of California. What happens if I'm injured or feel harmed because I took part in the study? It is important to tell the PI if you feel that you have been injured or harmed because you took part in the study. The contact information for this person is on the first page of this form. Are there any costs to me to taking part in this study? There will be no cost for you to being in this study. Does this study involve testing of disease and condition that must be reported to a public health department? No, this study does not involve testing for reportable diseases and conditions. Can I stop being in the study if I want to? Yes, you can decide to stop at any time. If you're thinking about stopping, tell the study team so that they can discuss any risk of stopping with you. If you stop being in the study, any data we have already collected will remain part of the study records. Can I be removed from the study by the principal investigator? Yes, the principal investigator may stop you from taking part in the study at any time. This could happen without your permission. It could be because it is in your best interest. If you do not follow the study rules, all the study has been stopped. What are my rights if I take part in the study? You may choose to take part or not to take part in the studies. It is your choice. If you decided to take part in the studies, you may leave the study at any time. No matter what decision you make, there will be no penalty to you. Leaving the study will not affect your usual care. We will tell you about the information or changes in the study that may affect your health or willing to continue in the study. Please contact the study researcher for any additional questions or concerns about the studies. You can also call the IRB for any questions regarding your rights as a research participant. You will receive copies of electronic informed consent forms through email. If you do experience high levels of stress and depression, here are some available sites for additional help. Thank you so much for listening to this video, and please email me for any additional questions.